Severe weather is making a dramatic comeback. This could be the most active stretch in over a year. Starting this Thursday, storm fuel is already building to 2,500 joules per kilogram across the Central Plains. Here is what stopped me cold this morning. The Storm Prediction Center is issuing slight risk 6 days out. That kind of early commitment only happens when the atmospheric data is absolutely screaming at forecasters. We are not talking about one storm, we are tracking a pattern that reloads every 24 to 48 hours. This storm train reloads every 24 to 48 hours from Thursday all the way through April 20th. Stick with me at the 5-minute mark. I will show you why Monday, April 13th has forecasters most worried. Hang around to the end. I have got real good news for the drought-stricken Southeast. Right now, there are already 2 confirmed EF1 tornadoes on the books from Iowa over just the past 5 days. 3-inch diameter hail was recorded across Iowa just last week, and the storm fuel building this weekend is significantly stronger than that. The Storm Prediction Center is using language like significant tornado threat. For Monday, they do not use those words casually, folks. And I'm not just talking about one state. This threat corridor stretches from Texas all the way up into Michigan. That is the kind of multi-state footprint that meteorologists describe as a generational severe weather pattern, and it starts this Thursday. All right, let's get after it. Something genuinely wild is already happening across the Midwest right now. Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois woke up to light snow on April 7th, and y'all, that is not normal. Minnesota and Wisconsin recorded sub-zero temperatures this morning on April 7th. That is not a small detail. Drop your city in the comments. Saturday zone, Sunday zone, or watching from a safe distance. That cold snap is the clash between Arctic air and Gulf moisture that sets this whole pattern off. As we head into Wednesday, energy drops from Canada and overlaps with conditions supporting severe weather across the Central Plains. The Storm Prediction Center already has a marginal risk up for Kansas. Wednesday, the atmosphere is waking up. Wednesday afternoon, hailstorms are expected to fire off across central Kansas just west of Hutchinson, moving toward Wichita. Quarter to $half size hail is the main Wednesday concern. One rogue cell can ruin your whole evening. Do yourself a solid and park the car in the garage Wednesday night if you are near the Wichita zone. Then, as we push into Thursday, April 9th, that marginal risk stretches from southern Iowa through the Texas Panhandle. Thursday's main hazards are large hail and damaging winds, but a brief low-end tornado risk exists across Kansas. Thursday evening, storms cluster near Wichita. Folks in that area need to stay weather-aware through Thursday night. Down in Texas Thursday, big hail-producing storms could develop near Midland if that boundary interaction fires in the afternoon. Here's where things get genuinely serious. Friday is when this pattern starts to change in a real way. Friday brings scattered severe weather across southern Kansas, Oklahoma, and northern Texas, but Friday is not the big day. Think of Friday as the appetizer, because Saturday, April 11th, is when this thing really shows its teeth. The Storm Prediction Center has a Day 5 slight risk for Saturday, 15% severe weather probability already. That Saturday risk covers the Oklahoma Panhandle, western Oklahoma, the Texas Panhandle, Amarillo, Lubbock, Midland, and St. Angelo. Here is what drives Saturday troughing across the desert southwest, while Gulf moisture floods northward at full force. Saturday's hazard list includes damaging winds, very large hail, and yes, the tornado conversation is absolutely on the table. Good grief. If you have outdoor plans near Amarillo Saturday, you flat out need a rock-solid indoor backup plan. Have a way to receive warnings the moment they drop in a dry line setup. Storms go severe in minutes. Heading into Sunday, April 12th, that threat zone does not fade. It shifts east and gets significantly larger. Sunday's slight risk shifts into the heart of Oklahoma-Tulsa, Oklahoma City, down through Dallas and San Antonio. Sunday's footprint is bigger than Saturday's, and that is exactly what has the meteorological community doing double takes. Southwesterly flow cranks up Sunday, firing discrete supercell thunderstorms, all hazards on the table, including a significant tornado threat. Houston and San Antonio, y'all need your radar apps open. Sunday tornadoes and very large hail are real possibilities. Near the I-35 corridor from Oklahoma City down to Dallas, burn this into your memory right now. Have your phone charged and weather alerts enabled before Sunday afternoon. No excuses on this one. Folks, Do not sleep on the nighttime angle. The low-level jet Sunday keeps these storms alive well after dark. Nighttime tornadoes are in a completely different category of dangerous sirens go off while your family is asleep. Mobile home from Amarillo through Oklahoma into central Texas, have your shelter plan locked in before Saturday. A mobile home cannot protect you from a violent supercell. Know your nearest solid structure and be ready to move. Now here's the number that stops me every time: 2,500 joules per kilogram of mixed layer CAPE. That level of CAPE extending all the way up into the Dakotas means this is not just a Texas-Oklahoma event. The severe weather engine is powered up across a massive footprint, reaching deep into the Midwest. This is national level. Here's the kicker: 2,500 joules reaching up into South Dakota means supercells fire from Texas all the way into Iowa. That is not normal. Folks, that is a fully loaded atmospheric setup that covers an enormous chunk of this country. All right, here is the part every single person in the Midwest and Ohio Valley needs to hear clearly. Do not sleep on Monday, April 13th. The models are most fired up about that day right now. Monday's slight risk covers a large area 6 days out south of Des Moines through Kansas City and Arkansas. That Monday setup looks like a textbook triple-point Rocky Mountain low sharp dry line and a powerful jet streak. Monday could bring a significant tornado threat from just south of Des Moines all the way down to Dallas-Fort Worth. Straight Talk Monday still has uncertainty, but the wind shear data is looking very serious regardless of trough timing. Strong wind shear separates ordinary thunderstorms from supercells that produce long-track violent tornadoes, and Monday has it in spades. Wichita, Kansas City, Des Moines, St. Louis. I am talking directly to y'all. Monday needs to be on your radar. Drop your exact city in the comments. Which day worries you most? I will give you specific guidance. Indianapolis and Columbus, do not be caught off guard. Severe weather could reach the Ohio Valley if Monday organizes. Heading into Tuesday, April 14th. This system will likely be even more organized across the Ozarks and Southern Plains. Good Lord, Tuesday could bring a significant all-hazards threat: wind, hail, and tornadoes all across a wide area. Louisville, Nashville, and Memphis need to watch Tuesday closely. The Ozarks threat zone extends toward the Mid-South. Memphis at 75 degrees with humid southerly winds. That warm, moist air feeding into Tuesday's system is already in place. Tuesday has a wild wrinkle. The same system could bring snow and ice to the Midwest and Great Lakes. If you live near the Wisconsin or Michigan border, we might not be done with winter yet. Y'all, by Wednesday and Thursday next week, severe storms roll from Kentucky back to the Gulf Coast. No break in sight. Burn this number into your memory every day. From this Wednesday through April 20th has severe storm potential. That is nearly 2 straight weeks, and both the GFS and European models show separate organized storm systems back to back. Now, I want y'all to sit with this, because this is not just some ordinary afternoon thunderstorm pattern. Here is what blew me away: the ridge causing the southeast drought is loading the gun for this outbreak. That southeast ridge pumps Gulf moisture northward while simultaneously blocking any rainfall from reaching Georgia, the Carolinas, and Alabama. The same setup fueling tornadoes across the plains is starving the southeast of rainfall. Nature does not play fair. Indianapolis is already under a flood watch along the Tippecanoe River, and more rain on top of that is not good news. Fort Wayne has a flood warning active along the St. Joseph River right now. That river has no room for any more rain. Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland, your rivers are running high, and every new storm system adds more water to already saturated ground. Here is the good news I promised. Florida is getting much-needed rainfall right now as that frontal boundary stalls. 3 to 4 inches of rain could fall from Daytona Beach all the way to Miami before Thursday morning. For the rest of the southeast Georgia, the Carolinas, Alabama, it looks dry for another full week. Now let me tell you what else has my attention. Temperatures are about to do something truly haywire out there. Sub-zero temps in Minnesota this morning, and by next weekend, those same areas could be well above normal. Sub-zero 1 week. Shirt sleeve weather the next. That kind of whiplash is a textbook sign of a loaded pattern. And look, if we see a wintry event mid-next week, the Midwest and Ohio Valley could take another big dip. Turn around. Don't drown. Burn that phrase into your memory right now if you live in any flood-prone area. Storms reloading every 24 to 48 hours means flood risk builds fast on saturated ground. This is a serious companion threat. Dallas at 80 degrees with 18 miles per hour winds. That warm, moist air mass is priming the pump for Saturday. The contrast between Dallas heat and dry air from the west is what triggers those explosive dry-line supercell setups. Oklahoma City at 76 degrees with 22 miles per hour winds and a fire weather watch. The atmospheric engine is already revving. That wind profile combined with incoming Gulf moisture tells me Saturday into Sunday will be exactly what the models are suggesting. Kansas City at 65 degrees with 19 miles per hour. Winds those gusty plains winds are setting the table for Saturday. Omaha at 62 degrees with 17 miles per hour winds today. That south-southwesterly flow is already backing and setting the stage for Saturday. Springfield. Missouri needs to be paying close attention Sunday through Tuesday, sitting right in the overlap zone for multiple rounds of severe weather. St. Louis at 68 degrees, positioned on the eastern fringe of the Monday threat zone, where the tornado risk is very real. Detroit at 46 degrees and still cleaning up from early April tornado damage and more severe weather is targeting the Great Lakes next week. Chicago at 48 degrees today. The Chicago Metro sits right on the northern edge of the Monday severe weather corridor. Tulsa at 78 degrees under a critical fire weather watch, and the transition from fire danger to flash flood risk can happen in hours. San Antonio at 85 degrees with 12 miles per hour winds. The Gulf moisture surge targeting Sunday is already showing up in those humidity numbers. Austin at 83 degrees. That warm sector is loaded and ready, and by Sunday afternoon it is going to become severe weather territory. Wichita at 74 degrees, sitting where Thursday storms cluster, Saturday fires, and Monday targets your area yet again. 3-day stretch to watch very closely. Wichita, this is not the week to be caught without a plan. Chicago at 48 degrees today. Tuesday looks manageable, but next Monday has Chicago's name written all over it. Here's the question. Drop it in the comments which day of this stretch concerns you most. Thursday's opening act, Saturday's dry line outbreak, Monday's potential historic day, or that nearly 2-week streak through April 20th. Tell me your exact city, Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma City, Kansas City, Des Moines. Your local read matters to me. Straight talk on confidence. Thursday and Saturday are high confidence. The Storm Prediction Center is already committed. Monday's exact track needs 48 more hours of model data, but the wind shear signal is not backing off. What I can tell you flat out, this pattern is the real deal, not hype, not social media overreaction. The GFS and European models are both showing the same thing, a legitimate prolonged outbreak backed by real data. Your single most important action, have your severe weather plan ready before Thursday, kicks this whole pattern off. If you are in a flood-prone neighborhood anywhere in the threat corridor, identify your evacuation route before this Thursday, not after. Check on your elderly neighbors this week in a 2-week pattern with repeated severe weather. They need someone checking in on them. Farmers and outdoor workers across the Central Plains, you have a narrow window of calm this week before conditions get dangerous. Know your shelter, lowest floor, interior room, away from windows. Make sure every person in y'all's household knows it cold. Have weather alerts active on every phone, plain and simple. That notification in the dead of night could save your life. Good grief. This forecast tightens fast within 48 to 72 hours. Specific towns start getting named across the threat zone. When I first saw 2,500 joules of CAPE extending into the Dakotas by Monday, experienced forecasters did a double take. The Storm Prediction Center is committing to slight risks 6 days out for both Saturday and Monday. That says it all. Here's what I want you to take away from this forecast. This is not a one-and-done event. This is a season. Look, the best time to prepare for any storm is before it hits, not during, not after, right now, today. Check your emergency kit right now. Water, flashlights, backup batteries, medications. Flat out do it before Thursday arrives. Straight talk, no event, no gathering. No outdoor plan is worth putting your family in danger during an active tornado warning. We will have updates every single day this week as this pattern evolves, and this is absolutely the week to stay plugged in. Come back tomorrow. The next 24 hours of model data will confirm a historic outbreak or fine-tune the threat area. Stay alert. Stay prepared. Do not let this morning's April snow fool you into thinking winter is still running the show. The atmosphere is about to flip hard in the other direction, and it is going to do it fast. We will be right here tracking every development all week long. Stay safe out there, folks. 2,500 joules, the most active pattern in over a year. Every day through April 20th, full attention required. If this pattern verifies the way the models are showing, we will be talking about this 2-week stretch for a long time. Folks, I want to be straight with you. Take this seriously. Make your plan and check on your neighbors this week. This is the most credible multi-week severe weather signal I have seen in well over a year. The data does not lie. Come back every single day this week as each storm system comes into range. You will get the specific guidance your area needs. 2,500 joules, 2 full weeks. From Texas to Michigan, stay alert out there, and we will see you right back here tomorrow.